And welcome back to the Ratchet Clank Let's Play, and we're going to look at the blaster, but unfortunately we can't buy it. Because of two reasons. One, thanks to Helga, because thanks to Helga, we haven't got much money. We're low by a few bolts, a meager few bolts. And second, we need to get that upgrade from Big Al. We'll get to that when we get to that. Anyway, with that being said, let's take out all these Blargs and those robot dog guards. Take that, you fool. When you go near them, they'll just try and run away. Oh, you had to do that, didn't you? So I got my revenge on him. Absolutely despise these Blargs. The beefier Blargs take longer to kill than the more punier ones. There are few types of Blarg. The beefier ones, which you see here, the smaller ones, which are the shoots and the projectiles, and the ones with spacesuits, which bring out shoots out waves of fire. There's those dogs. Let's get rid of those poochers. Oh dear. I think those are like metallic bulldogs. Yeah. I know these are, but those are controlled by the Blarg, so it's kind of good to just get rid of those guard dogs, unless they're dangerous dogs. Later on, we'll be getting robofied Jack Russells. Oh dear. The reason why we're destroying them is because they are killer guard dogs. Yeah. And if they bite Ratchet might as well Ratchet might as well bite the bullet if he gets hit 4 times, or kicks the bucket, as many might call it. Uh-oh. Well, there you go, you beefcake. Oh dear. Where's that mine layer? Oh dear, there he is. Bang. Bam, boom, bing, bang, boom. Simple as that. Anyway, with that being said, we're nearly at our destination. We're just got to shoot a couple of Blarg and destroy them. And they make an incredible good sound whenever they're knocked off the stage, but we'll get to that at the train area. We're going to shoot a couple of lampposts to get more bolts. Oh, and of course, cutscene time.
Ratchet, that's the man we saw on the Infobot. Remember? He knows Captain Quark.
Hey, you're that robot guy, right?
No, actually, I build robots. I myself am not a robot guy, per se.
Nerd.
I like him.
So, now that we've cleared that up, what can I do for you?
Well, we saw your Infobot announcement. You were with Captain Quark. We're trying to find Captain Quark. We thought you could help us.
Your logic is commendable. However, I haven't seen Captain Quark since we shot that commercial. Say, do you run on standard XP18 sister boards?
Version 7.66.
Back at ya. I may be able to help you out after all. How does a Heli-pack upgrade sound?
Upgrade?
Natch. Since he's a 766, I could have the little guy up and flying in no time. Of course, I'll just need my fee for service. Okay, this won't hurt a bit.
Hey, wait. Ratchet, am I cool now?
Yeah, you the man, Clank.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Big Al. Pleasure doing business with you, sir. With that being said, we have got the first upgrade of the game for Clank. It's the Heli-pack. The Heli-pack gives us 3 unique moves. 1, which allows us to glide. 2, which allows us to jump up in higher places. And 3, the stretch glide, which is the stretch jump, which allows us to go over huge gaps in ravines, as well as huge gaps in levels. And already I'm in 1 health left. Oh dear. Get back here, you Blarg. Beefcake. I might not say that in case I actually insult Cartman. Oh, speaking of which, I'm actually considering getting South Park The Stick of Truth later on. sometime this year. Hope to get the special edition. It's not available yet, but I'd get it if it's available to order again. And this is the animation for Ratchet whenever he's at 1 health left, 1 nanotech point left. He'll just feel tired. Oh dear, poor Ratchet. He feels tired. Those barking dogs are not helping his cause much. And we got rid of that mine layer as soon as possible, so that's a good thing. Ratchet is supposed to say "ha" whenever he's like that. The animation in Ratchet Clank is just outright amazing. Oh, and by the way, we're about to get our first skill point. This skill point the first skill point which is inaccessible comes to mind is standing between the robot model on top of Big Al's Robo-Shack. Between the legs, actually. There we go. In the game, there's a total of 30 skill points in the game. To be fairly honest, I don't really think the skill points in the original version of Ratchet Clank on the PS2 didn't mean much things, with the exception of unlocking a couple of stuff, which is only unlocked after completing the game. However, in this version, you actually unlock a trophy for actually getting those skill points, which makes the game a lot more playable. But that's through my first run through, so I managed to get all of the skill points on my first run through. Well, it's thanks to Ratchet's wiki, but if those Ratchet and Clank wiki has, of course, a page for skill points, which allows you to actually give you good analysis. And unfortunately, I've got those bolts, but unfortunately, I don't get them. Maybe it might have been a sound glitch or something. But skill points, there are a total 30 in this game. They're hidden, they're like in hidden circumstance, alongside the gold bolts. The gold bolts and skill points are really well known to have been well hidden and tucked away, or have certain special circumstances into getting them. Gold bolts have been hidden, while skill points are of course achievements for anything that allows you to do it. And yes, there's the raw. Also, this trade part is essential for getting to the next area, ladies and gentlemen. And that being said, we've got to get that train in order to get that Infobot, the next one, which allows us to fill in on the update of what Drek is planning to do next. Right. The upper area is, of course, accessible by breaking some of those crates. It'll give you a huge good ton of bolts. You get more bolts for doing this. Music is pretty. I love this music. It kind of reminds me of kind of like the Futurama series. The creators of the Simpsons. It kind of gives me that same abstract atmosphere as well. Right, let's grab those bolts and get out and get to the part. But before we get on the train, we've got a gold bolt to get. Yes, you can actually get all 3 gold bolts in one run through. That is after getting the Heli-pack. You can actually get that gold bolt. There's the gold bolt here, and then there's another gold bolt in at that building that we passed on the last part. But unfortunately, we couldn't get it because of the because we need the Heli-pack. And here, I actually sniped the dogs. This is the best way to getting them without getting detected. Where's the other dog? I think there's a dog down there. Oh, before we get that, we'll get that gold bolt as well. There it is. And of course, he's dead. Those gold dogs were very easy to snipe. It's using the I think if you use your little if you use the bomb glove, that will make good work of them easily. Of course, this is a pretty good. I don't see why there wasn't a skill point for that. So, honestly though, it would have been good to have a skill point. Get rid of all the guard dogs without actually getting alerted. Anyway, with that being said, it is time for me to get on the train for what is considered to be getting that Infobot. Here we go. Yeah, the music is a lot more intense this time around. We're gonna make some Blarg fall, ladies and gentlemen. Crack, crack. We're gonna make Blarg scream to their depths. Fall to their depths. There you go. You want some too as well? Another Blarg bites the dust, ladies and gentlemen. You're gone. All gone. You didn't think that was going to be good thing. And that was quite an easy that was quite an easy area to go through. Managed to get that trade level over and done with. The trade level actually goes back in Ratchet Clank 3, I think. It was, and it's. I think I actually remember it was the boss fight area of Ratchet Clank 3 against Ratchet Clank's evil clone, Clank. I remember that part very well when I played that game. Anyway, let's get off to the Infobot and and we'll finish our business afterwards.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
Ah, perseverance, eh, Ratchet? Well, if that's the case, then might as well go and confront that lieutenant. But before we do that, we're going to go to Aridia first, which is our next destination. But before we do all of that, we're going to go and do a few bits of unfinished business here. Get a grind for a ton of bolts, get a lot of stuff. And of course, buy that blaster, get rid of that helicopter. Alongside that, we've also got to get those 2 gold bolts as well. So, with that being said, let's get rid of some crates, grind for bolts, and of course, get that blaster, get the 2 gold bolts, grind for more bolts. There's not enough hours in the day, ladies and gentlemen. There really isn't. Oh, and this also destroyed stuff can also give you meager few bolts, but not by much. Although it's actually worth it trying to destroy everything and also to do a huge amount of grinding. I think destroyed stuff is much more worth it in the second game and the third game. In the subsequent sequels, destroying stuff is much more worth it as you can get a lot more bolts then. Grind for some more. Oh, and I nearly died there. How bad would that be?
I got some great bargains for you.
Yay! Blaster! Yeah, in my opinion, the blaster is actually pretty good range. It has pretty decent range, and sniping out certain vehicles can be absolutely easy as well. But you have to be in good range. If you see here, I tried it a couple of times with the aiming system. Unfortunately, that doesn't seem to go through. I need to be a little bit nearer. There we go. That Blarg is as good as dead. we can hear those machine sounds. Whoa, that looks pretty hypnotic. Ooh, nice. Oh, and that taxi goes back to Big Al's Robo-Shack, but unfortunately, I don't think we'll get to that because we've already done our business there.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Excuse me for a minute. Sorry, a bit more phlegm on my throat. Goodness gracious, recently I had a bit of a frog in my throat. There we go. And why we go back to this obstacle course? Because we've got a gold bolt to get. The only time I'm going to come back here is to get the 2 skill points. One reason why I want to get those 2 skill points is to destroy that quark robot with a much more powerful weapon. I tried using the bomb glove and it didn't even seem to make a dent in that thing. Same with the pyro sitter, that didn't help neither. That didn't work neither. So you need a much more powerful explosion. There's one called the Devastator. There's a rocket launcher called the Devastator, which will be used, I will be able to get that by a certain planet later on. Well, all the weapons are available as the game. As you progress through the game, you get more and more weapons, like the Devastator, the Mind Glove, and of course the Taunter. In fact, weapons are added as soon as you actually progress, which is pretty good. Gives you a good amount of progression. Yeah. Can I go up there? No, I can't. Seems like it's not really that accessible. Yeah. If you're wondering why I'm revolving the camera, I just want to get a better view. The camera is controlled by pressing the R2, but the right analog stick. And I think the taxi's arrived to pick me up, but we'll get to that later on. And I'll get to the taxi now. No, it's not that side. There we go. There's the taxi. The taxi will automatically take us back to our ship once we get there. Oh, excuse me for a minute. I need to sip my tea. That's better. Anyway, I know a reason why. And also, back to the start. And conveniently takes us back to the start because there's a tunnel underneath the train station and my ship, and of course the main plaza area, where of course there's a tunnel where only cars can enter. But once you get inside, ooh, we get boxes, explosives, and another gold bolt. The third and final one of this area. But we haven't finished in Metropolis yet. We've got the skill points to get after this part. Much later on, we'll get the skill point. Yeah. Let's see. Can I? Let's do. Yes. I can also destroy the cars as well. But we'll not. But let's not massacre everything because that will only waste too much time. There we go. Ratchet, you are the man. Right, let's go back to our ship. Taxi journeys can be a little bit disparaging, can kind of be a bit monotonous. Okay, for now we're done, but we'll come back here later. Now let's get back to our ship and let's blast off to... We've done all the missions and got all the gold bots, but we'll go back here later. Aridia, we are going next. Outpost X11. We got to find both Skid McMarks and his agent in this part. But that's going to be next time in this LP, where we find Skid and his agent, who crash landed because of a attack. But let's not hop out. Ugh. So, Aridia is going to be next time, and we have landed there, but we will be exploring the outpost next time. So, until next time, this is Mitch McKidd, sign out, say goodnight, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys in the next part of the Ratchet & Clank Let's Play.